This is Matt from MGMT Boston. On this episode of The Lantern, we are with David from PredictAP, the co-founder and CEO, and we're in the woods today where you can think a little bit more clearly, a little bit more open about the growth of your business. So David, what are you building with PredictAP?
Yeah, Matt, thanks for having me. So PredictAP is all about the most exciting part of real estate, which is coding invoices. It's why people get into the industry, you know? They're
Exactly.
like, I want to code these invoices. So what we do is accounts payable, paying bills. In real estate, there's lots and lots of bills to be paid. My background, I was at a company called Colony Capital for 20 years, leading technology, and we paid hundreds of thousands of invoices a year. And there's lots of ways in the market to make payments really well. There's lots of ways to deal with workflow, but this coding part is particularly complicated in real estate, and that's where PredictAP focuses. We found this spot where in real estate, it's not always obvious who should actually pay. There's thousands of entities, very complicated structures, and then the actual way that we do the accounting and allocations depends on a lot of things. Office is one way, industrial is another way, maybe this one tenant, this one lease has a different way. So what we do is we take all that understanding from all the past invoices you've paid, we build a model just for your company, and then invoices come in, we fully code it and send it downstream to Yardi or Nexus, and then we learn from what is approved every day, and the model continues to learn. So solid focus on coding of real estate invoices.
And freeing up time and resources to do more high-level work, which is the promise of AI that we are all talking a lot about.
Exactly.
Now, next question, most importantly, like what is going on in your business this summer, heading into the fall? Like what are you excited about? PredictAP, rapidly growing startup. What are some of the things you're focused on?
Yeah, so the market definitely seemed to improve. We're
Yeah.
hiring. We have 3 open positions now. If you're looking for a job, come our way. But we're actually moving further downstream on this AI use case into more data analytics. So understanding that sometimes there's interesting nuances to be derived from looking at the invoice. So easy example, utility bills. Oftentimes, if you're late a day, they're going to get a late fee. It can be hard to understand that if you're just looking at the ledger. Oftentimes people will put these things together and you end up with fees lumped with electricity and you don't know you actually have this problem. And so what we're able to do is dig into these documents and say, hey, your vendor is charging you a late fee, you didn't know about that. Your plumber went from $100 an hour to $300 an hour. And so we are giving these insights up to you so you have a better understanding of where your potential opportunities for improvement.
Definitely important. And you've learned obviously so much in your career from Colony Capital, you know, as a real estate executive to now building an early into growth stage startup.
Yeah.
Like, what would you pass back to other builders of the community about sort of what it takes to build technology companies?
Yeah, so perseverance. You're going to get knocked down a few times. You know, I think that the biggest thing, and my background is coming from the business side, not necessarily the tech side. I think
Right.
a lot of startups are the opposite. They come from the tech. And I think truly understanding your customer, truly understanding the problem, becoming immersed in it, living it. If you truly put yourselves in the shoes of the person doing this job every day, you're going to build a really great product. And I think oftentimes we get too enamored with the tech and we fail to like appreciate the that. So have empathy, put yourselves in the shoes of your customer, and with that, truly try to solve the problem and continue to walk down the step of what are those next problems that come up after you solve the first one.
Yeah, I think that's a great insight. And last but not least, like how can we help PredictAP grow? Obviously you have a couple roles you're hiring for, that's important. What else can we do to help you grow here in Boston and beyond?
Yeah, so I think getting the word out, if you know anyone that's at a real estate firm, an owner-operator, or a real estate service provider, everyone's paying invoices. I've never met a person who's happy with their existing process. Send them our way. And always happy to collaborate and discuss. I think oftentimes we're all solving some similar problems on the startup stage of hiring and tools and usage and all of that. Happy to talk to other founders on how you guys have solved problems. Check out PredictAP if you're looking for a job. We have a few openings.
This is David from PredictAP, Matt from MGMT Boston, this episode of Lantern. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.